Chrisley Knows Best's former stars Todd and Julie Chrisley, who are currently facing legal issues, recently learned some important information about their ongoing prison sentences. The couple's sentences were lowered, which is obviously a significant step forward for the two as they continue to fight to have their convictions completely reversed. Of course, the question that remains is whether they will ultimately end up saving more time. Their attorney has spoken on the situation, and from what he said, he appears to be rather upbeat about their prospects. In the summer of 2022, the former reality television duo was found guilty of bank fraud, tax evasion, and other charges. They were subsequently given years in prison. In January 2023, they each reported to their respective locations. Todd Chrisley, who is currently incarcerated at the federal prison camp in Pensacola, was originally sentenced to 12 years in prison, but will now be released almost 2 years sooner. Julie was incarcerated for 7 years at the Lexington Federal Medical Center in Kentucky. However, her term was reduced by 14 months. Numerous family members and representatives have been speaking out on their behalf during their incarcerations. Family lawyer Jay Sargent is one of the primary figures who has been carrying out this activity. According to the early reports, new rules that will go into effect later this year would allow the Chrisleys to take additional time off. During an interview with People, Sargent spoke candidly about those guidelines. Though the lawyer can't guarantee anything, it doesn't seem completely improbable at this stage that his clients may get further reductions. For both of them, they were able to arrange some time off. The federal sentencing guidelines will be adopted, with amendments, revisions, and suggestions for shorter sentences for nonviolent criminals. They should each receive 2 points for that, but I am unsure at this time. Thus, that will shorten their phrases even more. Although it is uncertain whether the Chrisleys will prevail in the scenario, it appears that their legal team is now making every effort to put them in the best possible position. Jay Sargent continued to speak with the media outlet, stating that he is closely collaborating with the Department of Justice on the issue involving the couple. Additionally, he expressed his confidence in their prospects for success as follows: "It is possible. There is always hope, but they seem to have a lot of appeal to me." In August, Jay Sargent gave an update on the Chrisleys' appeal and effort at a new trial and stated that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals would decide the Chrisleys' fates. His most recent remarks are in accord with the opinions of his colleagues. One of the pair's attorneys, Alex Little, had stated that he was optimistic about their appeal. Their argument, in his opinion, contained serious and repeated errors. On another occasion, when discussing the possibility of a new trial, he criticized the Georgia Department of Revenue for, among other things, conducting an unconstitutional search. Much has been stated about Julie and Todd Chrisley's alleged prison conditions, while the attorneys have defended the case's merits. The two, according to Jay Sargent, are allegedly living in subpar conditions, and sex, drugs, and cell phones are making their way into these institutions. These accusations followed those made by Chase and Savannah, two of the couple's children. While the latter claimed that Julie had seen snakes in her home, the former insisted that their parents have access to air conditioning. The general public will have to wait and observe how the legal system finally affects Todd and Julie Chrisley's prison sentences. Their attorney said that the federal sentencing guidelines procedures would start on November 1.